Hi guys, it's Crystal with Design Bundles. Today I'm so excited to share with you guys the Cricut Explore 3. So let's go ahead and unbox it, set it up, as well as do our first test cut. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so let's go ahead and open this up. So it says, you were born creative. Super cute. So we're going to go ahead and open it up. Very first thing that you're going to see here is your welcome packet. These come in all of the Cricut machines, so it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's going to have your, let's get started. It's going to tell you where to go to get your machine set up. You're going to get a piece of sample vinyl. This is removable vinyl, and it's just a little piece that you're going to need for a test cut. So it comes with warranty and safety papers. Next up, we've got a pack of sample materials. We got a piece of removable vinyl, and then we got a piece of transfer tape, iron-on, and a piece of their sticker cardstock. So this is their new sticker cardstock in white. So the thing about this is it does not come with a cutting mat because you don't need a cutting mat with these smart materials, but you can definitely purchase a mat separately to use with this machine. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and carefully lift this up out of the box and set it aside. All right, so next up at the bottom of the box, that's where your power cord and your USB cord is. This power cord is identical to the one for a Cricut Joy. So very upgraded, looks good. I love it because the old one was very clunky and big and took up a lot of space. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove the excess packaging to protect it. Now, the really cool thing about this one is it's matte. So it's not got the gloss to it. It's really matte. I love everything matte. So I'm super excited about this, especially as a influencer. I have to fight with my lights sometimes glaring on this. So I'm really, really excited about that. So first thing you're going to notice is that it's matte. So let's go over a few of the things on the outside. First thing is the open button actually has 4 little dots that you can fill. Now we have an extra little cubby here instead of the card reader because we no longer need that. And then you're going to notice on the right hand side that the dial is gone. So it looks more sleek and clean cut. It reminds me of the Maker. So it's got a lot of those vibes going on. So they've removed that and then they took away the little Cricut symbol and replaced it with a play button, which I love. So it looks more adultish and not so childish. It looks great. I love the way that they have done this. It looks very modern, very sleek. So this is what you've got for the outside. We're going to go ahead and pop it open and see what's new on the inside. So as for the inside, we've got a bigger storage bin just like they have for the Maker. So very similar to the Maker. So you've got 2 little sides here. So I'm really, really excited about that. So let's go ahead and remove this piece here. So you got another piece of foam that's protecting your carriage there. So we've got slot A, slot B, everything feels great. So you have the side for your pen, the side for your blade, just as usual, but it's more upgraded and looks modern and sleek. We have 2 little sensors there that's going to sense how much material is in there as well as the correct material. We've got 2 little white feet here that are going to go, the smart materials can go under so you don't have to have a mat. Now, if you're using the mat, it will go under the gray wheels there. So with this one, I'm so excited because now you can use it with your iPad. So as you guys can see here, you can place your iPad just as you could with the Maker. Now the Maker allows you to add your USB on the side and charge it. This one does not, but it does allow you to put your iPad or your phone. So I'm really excited about that as well. So now while you're crafting, you'll have that. So let me go ahead and tilt this for you guys so you guys can see how this looks. This looks so modern and sleek, like I said. It looks so, so good. Absolutely in love with the way it looks. So the thing about the back, let's go ahead and turn it around just to see if there's anything new back there. And everything looks as it usually did. So nothing new there. All right, so I've went ahead and opened up Cricut.com/setup on my laptop. Now you can't do this from your phone or your iPad. You definitely need a desktop or a laptop. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop you guys down, bring you into the screen over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, so the first thing that you're going to come to is this screen here. You're going to check I agree and open. We're going to hit allow, and then it's going to open up Cricut Design Space that should already be on your desktop or laptop. So the next thing we want to do is choose the Smart Cutting Machine, and then we are also going to choose the Cricut Explore 3. So next thing it's going to tell us is to make sure that there is 10 inches behind our machine. And this is because now our machine cuts even more materials. So you definitely want to make sure that there's enough room back there for your materials to come in and out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hit next. At this point, we are ready to plug in our machine and turn it on. So you want to go ahead and plug in your power adapter to the back of your Cricut and then into an outlet and power on your machine. All right, so we're going to hit next. Now we're ready to connect it to our computer. So the very first thing you want to do is take that USB cord and plug it into your laptop. Now for me, I have an upgraded laptop, so I need a USB-C adapter. So you may have to grab one of those unless you guys have a USB port. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and plug this side into my computer and then plug the other side into my Cricut. All right, so we're ready to go. So now it's going to go ahead and update our machine. We're going to hit next, and it's going to add any sort of updates. This literally took maybe a minute or two, so I think everybody's kind of different, but it didn't take no time at all. And that's it. It's that easy. Now our machines are set up. All right, so let's go ahead and make something. So the very first thing I'm going to do is switch to my iPad so you guys can see this in action. So I'm going to turn the Bluetooth on, and all you're going to do is go to Bluetooth, hit your machine, and that's it. It should connect right away. All right, so now what we're going to do is go over to the Cricut Design Space app, and this is the file that I'm using today, which is Leopard Print. I'll have it linked down below. The reason why I chose this file in particular is it's very intricate and it takes a while to cut. So I want to go ahead and test out how well is it going to cut, as well as how long is it going to take. So the project that we're doing today is this little vacuum cleaner. So I'm going to go ahead and customize it and do this leopard print. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out about what size I need to cut out. So I'm going to do about 9.25 by 6.25. So this is a square, so I'm just going to cut out the 9.25. So let's go ahead and change that now. So I'm just going to go into edit and change that. And then we are going to be ready to go. So the next thing that we need to do is set everything aside, and we're going to change our machine. So I'm going to make sure and choose the Cricut Explore 3. I'm going to tell it that we were doing it without the mat. I forgot to weld everything. So I'm going to weld or attach, whichever you want to do. And then we're going to hit make again. We're going to hit send to map. And then now it's ready to go. It's going to tell you about the size of materials that you're going to need, which this one sheet is going to be perfect for. All right, so we're going to go ahead and load it. So we're going to load it with the black side up. This is their removable vinyl. So we're going to choose Smart Removable Vinyl right there inside of the app. All right, so I've double checked that my blade is in there correctly, and then we're going to slide this right under those two white feet, and then I'm just going to hold it, not pushing, but just hold it, and then go ahead and hit the load button. The Cricut is then going to use its sensors to figure out how big of a piece of vinyl that you put in there, just to make sure it's the correct materials and the correct length. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit go, and I'm going to turn on my stopwatch so we can see how long this takes. Now I will say this thing is super fast, so definitely be prepared for that. I'm really excited, especially if you guys are a small business, or if you're a mom and you're having to, late night craft or whatever for your kid's project. You're going to love this. I love the speed personally, so I always use that on the Cricut Explorer 2, you guys probably know. So I'm super duper pumped about this speed. Now, as you guys can see, even though it's sped up, look at how nice that cuts. I'm really pumped about that. So far it's passing the test, and it took about 5 minutes, which is perfect for a big intricate cut like this. So this is a lot of pieces. All right, so we're going to go ahead and weed it out. As you guys can see, Cricut did a great job with this one. I didn't have any issues weeding this, and it just cut like a dream. No issues whatsoever. So passed that test, and like I said, it took around 5 minutes. Now, since this is smart material, the backing is so thick, and it's really hard to get it to pull up on the transfer tape. So this isn't with everything. So if you have bigger words, bigger pieces, it's not bad. But with real small pieces like this, it's kind of hard to get it to fold and want to pill up. So I just hand placed all of these, and I think it came out super, super cute. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our next project. So let's try out the iron-on, so the smart iron-on. This is the one I'm using now. Like I said, I want to use intricate pieces to make sure it's going to cut and weed very well. So I'm going to go ahead and load this shiny side down, and then we're going to go ahead and hit go. So we're going to go ahead. Now this was super fast. This one was not as many pieces as the other one, so it's going to quickly just kind of zoom right through here. All right, so we are done. So we're going to go ahead and hit unload. And as you guys can see, same thing. Looks very well. No little pieces are torn or anything. This cut's so amazing. So I wanted to go ahead and weed it out, make sure there was no issues with anything here. And it didn't. It weeded like a dream. So both the adhesive vinyl as well as the iron-on so far has worked very, very well. So I'm just going to go ahead and completely weed all of this out. Now I forgot to mirror this, but it's since this project, some things you're able to save them because you can't tell. So with this project, you can't really tell. So no big deal. So I'm going to proceed forward. Now, the one thing to keep in mind with the Smart materials is that is a very thick carrier sheet. So we're going to go ahead and test it, make sure there's no issues applying the iron-on to the garment since it's a little bit thicker. All right, so I've got this set for 315 for 30 seconds. So I went through the Cricut recommendations, and this is what it gave me, 315 for 30 seconds for their Smart iron-on. So this is probably at the 30-second mark because of that thicker materials, but it applied very nicely, as you guys can see. Let me know down below, what is your first projects that you made with your Explorer 3, or what do you plan on making? So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.